and getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in my mind, body, and spirits.
Kate Middleton's recent dazzling public appearance wearing one of Queen Elizabeth's most treasured tiaras has ignited royal tensions, with whispers of jealousy and frustration growing louder behind palace walls. The tiara in question, the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, is more than just a breathtaking masterpiece of British craftsmanship. It was a defining piece of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Worn so often that it became synonymous with her image, this historic tiara carries a deep significance of heritage, continuity, and power. Designed in 1893 by the prestigious jewellery house Gerard, the tiara was gifted to Princess Mary of Teck upon her marriage to the future King George V. Queen Mary cherished it and later passed it down to Queen Elizabeth II as a wedding gift in 1947. Known for its lightweight comfort, it became Queen Elizabeth's most beloved headpiece, appearing in official portraits, state events, and even on British currency and stamps. When Kate Middleton recently wore this iconic tiara at a Buckingham Palace state banquet, the moment was more than just a tribute to the late Queen, it was a statement of legacy. Traditionally, the monarch decides who wears which royal jewels, making this an unmistakable sign that Kate holds Queen Elizabeth's favour and the future of the monarchy. Many had assumed that the tiara would remain with Queen Consort Camilla, given her access to the late Queen's prized jewels. Yet, Kate's appearance wearing the tiara sent a powerful message, subtly asserting herself as the future Queen of England. The moment sparked immediate reactions, with photographers scrambling to capture the scene and journalists recognizing the deeper implications. Royal history has shown that disputes over jewelry are never just about diamonds, they signify power and influence. Camilla, who had carefully navigated her role within the royal family, had already worn several of Queen Elizabeth's tiaras, including the Greville tiara and the Delhi Durbar tiara. However, the decision to have Kate wear the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara suggested a shift in influence, an acknowledgement that the public image of the monarchy rested more with Kate than Camilla. As the hidden battle for power and control unfolds behind palace doors, questions arise: had King Charles approved this decision? Was this a deliberate statement or a mere acknowledgement of Kate's growing role within the royal family? Whatever the case, Camilla's reaction was impossible to ignore, and one thing is certain, this moment was not just about a tiara, it was about the future of the British monarchy. Camilla solidified her status as the most senior royal woman, signaling to the world that she was the top-ranking female figure in the monarchy. But then everything changed. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, made a public appearance wearing a tiara unlike any other, Queen Elizabeth's most treasured headpiece. This wasn't just another royal jewel, it was the tiara, the one the late Queen had worn for decades, immortalized in official portraits and even depicted on British currency. It was more than an accessory, it was a symbol of the monarch's identity, and now Kate had claimed it. Traditionally, the Queen Consort is the highest-ranking woman in the royal family, second only to the reigning king or queen. But Kate's rising influence was beginning to challenge that norm. As the Princess of Wales, she carried the title once held by Princess Diana, a name that still casts a long shadow over the monarchy. However, unlike Diana, Kate had spent years carefully shaping her royal image, always balancing grace with diplomacy and never appearing to challenge Camilla directly. By wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, Kate sent a silent but unmistakable message: she was no longer just a younger royal waiting in the wings, she was stepping forward as the future face of the monarchy. In that moment, she bypassed Camilla's authority and aligned herself not with the current Queen Consort but with Queen Elizabeth's enduring legacy. Royal tiaras are far more than beautiful jewels, each one carries history, meaning, and, more often than not, controversy. For centuries, these sparkling headpieces have been at the center of royal rivalries, silent power struggles, and subtle acts of defiance. The question of who gets to wear which tiara and when has long been dictated by strict royal protocol, but sometimes, it has also been a source of scandal. Kate's decision to wear Queen Elizabeth's most cherished tiara is just the latest chapter in a long history of tiara-related drama. From Princess Charlotte's rumored inheritance of the Spencer tiara to Camilla's uneasy relationship with Princess Diana's jewelry, these glittering headpieces have fueled tensions behind palace doors for decades. While the world speculated over who would inherit Queen Elizabeth's vast jewelry collection, another tiara was causing a very different royal debate, one that had nothing to do with Windsor and everything to do with Diana's bloodline. The Spencer tiara, a breathtaking diamond diadem crafted in the 1930s, belonged to Diana's aristocratic family. It was her wedding tiara, the one she wore on the day she married Prince Charles in 1981. After her tragic passing, the tiara remained with the Spencer family, locked away at Althorpe House, the ancestral home of Earl Spencer. Many believed that one day, the tiara would be passed down to Princess Charlotte, Diana's only granddaughter. But according to royal insiders, Camilla wasn't entirely pleased with this idea. Reports suggested she would have preferred the tiara to remain within the Spencer family rather than becoming part of William and Kate's lineage. Some believed her discomfort stemmed from the fact that the tiara was so closely tied to Diana, a woman whose legacy still looms over Camilla to this day. To royal watchers, the idea of Charlotte wearing her grandmother's wedding tiara is a touching tribute. To others, including Camilla, it might serve as an unwelcome reminder of the past, one she would rather leave behind. But how does all of this connect with Diana's jewelry? Let's find out. The battle over Diana's jewels. Kate Middleton has always been mindful of her connection to Princess Diana's legacy, carefully choosing how she presents herself to the public. One of her most significant moves was wearing Diana's sapphire engagement ring. "It is a family ring," she once said. "Yes, it's my mother's engagement ring, so I thought it was quite nice because, obviously, she's not going to be around to share any of this." A ring that remains one of the most famous in the world, this was Kate's first major step in tying herself to the beloved late princess. But Kate isn't the only royal wearing Diana's jewels. Camilla, too, has had access to pieces once owned by her late rival, and not everyone has been happy about it. In January 2022, Camilla sparked outrage when she reproposed one of Diana's most famous necklaces as a brooch. The original piece, an emerald and diamond choker, was gifted to Diana by Queen Elizabeth II and was one of her most iconic accessories. Diana even famously wore it as a headband during an event in Australia in 1985. For Camilla to alter the necklace and wear it publicly was seen by many as more than just a fashion choice, it was a statement. To Diana's loyal admirers, it was a sign that Camilla now had control over some of Diana's most treasured possessions, a reality that many found difficult to accept. Meanwhile, Kate has taken a much more respectful approach. She wears Diana's jewelry as it was meant to be worn, without altering it. Over the years, she has been seen wearing Diana's pearl drop earrings, her sapphire bracelet, and, most notably, the lover's knot tiara, another royal headpiece steeped in history and controversy. If there is one tiara that has caused as much drama as the Spencer tiara, it's the lover's knot tiara. Featuring 19 dazzling diamond arches and hanging pearl drops, this breathtaking piece was originally commissioned by Queen Mary in 1913. But it was Diana who made it famous. The lover's knot tiara was loaned to her by Queen Elizabeth II and became one of her favorite pieces. She wore it frequently before her divorce from Charles, making it a powerful symbol of her place within the royal family. Now, years later, Kate Middleton wears that very same tiara. Every time she does, it serves as a reminder, not just of Diana's elegance but of the complex, unspoken tensions within the monarchy. While tiaras may be stunning works of art, in the world of royalty, they are far more than that. They are symbols of power, legacy, and, at times, quiet defiance. And as history has shown, who wears what and when can be a message more powerful than words. For more than 20 years after Princess Diana's tragic passing, one of her most iconic pieces of jewelry, the lover's knot tiara, vanished from the public eye. Many speculated that it had been quietly retired, never to be worn again. But then, in 2015, something unexpected happened. Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, stepped out wearing the tiara for the very first time. It was a moment filled with symbolism. The tiara had not been seen on anyone since Diana's death, and its reappearance on Kate's head seemed to send a clear message, a passing of the torch. Despite having access to countless royal jewels, Camilla, now Queen Consort, has never worn the lover's knot tiara. Whether that is her own decision or a quiet directive from the palace, the outcome is undeniable. It is Kate, not Camilla, who carries Diana's legacy through jewelry. Over the years, these heirlooms have told a story of history, rivalry, and succession. And as long as the monarchy stands, the silent battle over who wears the crown, both literal and symbolic, will continue. Camilla has made attempts to reshape her public image by wearing some of Diana's other jewels, but the response has been lukewarm at best. To many, these pieces will always belong to Diana, and Kate is seen as their rightful heir. But the drama surrounding royal tiaras is nothing new. These glittering heirlooms have long been a source of tension behind palace doors. One of the most recent tiara-related controversies involved Meghan Markle. Before her 2018 wedding to Prince Harry, Meghan reportedly had her heart set on an emerald-studded tiara from the royal collection. However, her request was denied. Instead, she was given the Queen Mary diamond bandeau tiara, a stunning piece but not her first choice. According to reports, Queen Elizabeth herself stepped in to enforce an important royal rule: tiaras are loaned, not chosen. This incident allegedly led to heated discussions between Meghan, royal staff, and even a confrontation between Prince Harry and palace aides. The message was clear: royal tiaras come with strict traditions, and those traditions are upheld at all costs. Kate Middleton's decision to wear Queen Elizabeth's most beloved tiara is just the latest chapter in a long history of tiara-related power plays, but this one is particularly significant. It subtly reinforces a shift in power within the monarchy. Through her careful selection of royal jewelry, especially pieces with ties to both Diana and Queen Elizabeth, Kate has established herself as the most visually powerful woman in the royal family. Camilla may officially hold the title of Queen Consort, but in the eyes of the public, it is Kate who represents the future of the crown. And with more dazzling tiaras, necklaces, and brooches still waiting to be worn, one lingering question remains: how much more of Queen Elizabeth's legacy will Kate claim before Camilla stops her? Let's explore further. Camilla's connection to Diana's jewelry has been a source of controversy for years. According to royal tradition, heirlooms are passed down through generations, but some pieces carry far more than just historical value. They symbolize legacy, loyalty, and at times, even betrayal. One of the most talked about moments in royal jewelry history happened when Camilla was seen wearing a necklace that once belonged to Diana. Some viewed it as a simple repurposing of a historic jewel, but for many, it felt like a provocative move. It was a powerful, if unspoken, statement. Camilla now occupied the position that had once been Diana's. The reaction was swift and divided. Royal experts defended Camilla's right to wear the family's jewels, but the public saw it differently. To Diana supporters, Camilla, once known as the other woman in Diana and Charles's marriage, should have left Diana's personal jewelry alone. One royal observer summed up the sentiment perfectly: why did it have to be Diana's? Critics also pointed out the double standard in how royal women are treated when wearing heirlooms. When Kate Middleton wears Diana's jewelry, it is seen as a heartfelt tribute, but when Camilla does the same, it sparks backlash. The difference, of course, is public perception. Kate was personally chosen by Diana's son, Prince William, to carry on her mother-in-law's legacy. Camilla, on the other hand, has always been viewed as an outsider in Diana's story. Even when Camilla wears Queen Elizabeth's jewels, the reception is lukewarm. When she appeared in Queen Mary's crown, modified to remove the controversial Koh-i-Noor diamond, it failed to generate the admiration that Kate receives when wearing Queen Elizabeth's tiaras. Unlike Camilla's controversial choices, Kate's jewelry selections have been widely praised. They are seen as honoring tradition, not disrupting it. For Camilla, this moment was a harsh reality check. She had spent years carefully shaping her public image, taking on more royal duties, wearing Queen Elizabeth's jewelry, and aligning herself with the late Queen's legacy. Yet with one appearance, Kate had overshadowed her. By wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, Kate claimed a piece of royal history that had never been associated with Camilla. The message was clear: Kate was not just next in line for the throne, she was next in line for the public's affection. This moment exposed the limits of Camilla's influence. No matter how many of Diana's or Queen Elizabeth's jewels she wears, she cannot rewrite history or change public opinion. Kate, young, beloved, and poised to be the next queen, carries a far stronger legacy. Camilla may hold the title of Queen Consort, but she has never fully won over the people. And as she watches Kate step further into her role as Britain's next great royal icon, she must be wondering, what will Kate claim next? Kate's recent appearance in Queen Elizabeth's tiara signaled more than just a fashion choice. It showed that she is embracing the late Queen's legacy while shaping the monarchy's future. If history is any indication, Kate's role will only continue to expand, along with her access to Queen Elizabeth's most treasured jewels. Many expect her to wear more of the late Queen's tiaras at state banquets and diplomatic events, further reinforcing her image as the monarchy's leading woman. Some of the most significant pieces Kate may wear in the coming years include the George IV state diadem, worn by Queen Elizabeth on her way to her coronation, and the Queen Mary fringe tiara, famously worn by Queen Elizabeth on her wedding day. Each of these tiaras carries immense historical weight, and whoever wears them sends a message about the monarchy's future. If Kate continues to wear Queen Elizabeth's most beloved pieces, it will solidify her as the true heir to the late Queen's image and influence, perhaps even more so than Camilla. Queen Elizabeth's jewelry collection is one of the most valuable and extensive in the world, consisting of over 300 pieces, including tiaras, brooches, necklaces, and earrings. Traditionally, most royal jewelry belongs to the crown, meaning it is passed from monarch to monarch rather than being privately inherited. However, the late Queen also had a personal collection, which she could leave to specific family members. King Charles now controls the distribution of these pieces, deciding who gets access to which treasures. While much of the collection remains locked away in royal vaults, Kate's growing access to key pieces is clear. Meanwhile, Camilla's influence over the collection remains uncertain. Looking further ahead, the future of these royal jewels may ultimately rest with the next generation, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Prince George, as the future king, will eventually control the crown jewels, including many of the tiaras currently in use. Princess Charlotte is expected to inherit significant pieces, just as past princesses have. There are even rumors that the Spencer tiara, famously worn by Diana on her wedding day, is being set aside for Charlotte. Prince Louis may also play a role in the future of royal jewelry, especially if he marries someone who will require access to these pieces. As these young royals grow, how they handle their mothers' and grandmothers' jewelry collections will shape the monarchy's traditions. Kate's increasing access to Queen Elizabeth's most treasured jewels is more than just royal fashion, it's a sign of the changing tides within the monarchy. She is now the most influential woman in the royal family, even if Camilla holds the title of Queen Consort. While Camilla may continue to assert her authority, this moment has made one thing clear: Kate is the future queen that the public recognizes and supports. And as long as she continues to wear the most meaningful pieces from Queen Elizabeth's collection, she will remain at the heart of the monarchy's evolution. What do you think about Kate Middleton wearing Queen Elizabeth's most cherished tiara, making Camilla furious? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.